3D reality is about. It's about being in the positive. It's about being in the negative as well, and all in the between. You know, it's a whole experience, and you respect that, and people see that about you, and they love that about you. But it's also about, like, when people do you wrong, you don't feel like you gotta do them wrong. You just keep it real with them, you know, and you respond to them. You don't react, you know, and people really love that about you, even your haters.
We the top 10, UGK the major, way not play it don't stop here. Traffic lights, we going, know the time until the clock near. Bands on road, we doing digi to the whole block clear. Yo, what you got there? Oh, did you not hear? And he's taking over and we got the whole shop, yeah. Her, she wanna know me better, but I'm on the top 10. Gotta match my energy, you see I'm in the top, yeah. Yeah, it's top 10, hey. Now I'm in blessed mode, did you forget, bro? Put G-O-D first and nothing less, no. On a radar per release, per request, yo.
Hello, my beautiful lovelies. Welcome back to yet another pick a card reading here on the channel. If you're new, hi, hello, my name is ADIE and I will be your tarot reader today. Today's reading is going to be super juicy. We're about to dive in, sink our teeth in, okay, and go deep. But before we get into our card selection, I have to mention just a few things, okay? So, like you just saw, there's a huge beginning of 23 sale. I'm trying to set you guys up, okay? I'm trying to get you right for 2023. I'm trying to help you build your dream 23, okay? So check out the shop. All of the prosperity, money, and love items are on sale. I'm also throwing in some creativity items because I know a lot of us got some big projects that we're working on 2023. I'm also adding in some healing items as well because, you know, I don't want nobody, you know, if your year 23 is about healing something, I want to show up for you guys, okay? So check out the shop. There will be a featured page on the site where you can see all the items that are on sale, okay, this month. Also, you can book readings with me. I always forget to say that in these readings. You can book with me through my site. It's the only way that you can book with me through my site. I will never reach out to you in a comment or on any other platform and ask to read you. You can only legitly book with me through my site, okay? So go check out the shop, go book a reading if you need it. What else? New product. You guys, I'm so excited about this. I've been wanting to make powders since I started, you know, made the decision to start making spiritual items for people. So this is really exciting for me and my sister. This is kind of like a dream come true, just like the Zodiac candles, the Zodiac line that we did. This is our abundance manifestation powder called Riches Pour Down on Me. Right? Ew, right? Pour down on me, pour all over me. Riches of all forms. Okay, so it's not necessarily about money, but I do want to mention, I just kind of want to flex on y'all, okay, that my manifestation powder, which is spilling all over the tarot table, so you know these readings are about to be lit. It actually has real money in there, you guys, and it smells so good. Just saying, it got real money up in this bitch. Okay, I didn't come to play. Okay, I came to slay. All right, so pick up this powder because this powder is also on sale. Okay, when we trying to manifest money, love, and prosperity this 2023. Pick up this riches pour down on me. All right. Now, social media, real quick. I wanted to create it. I wanted to create like 6 different Instagrams the other night because, you guys, the internet, that's why I like YouTube, because I feel like I can really do a lot here. But in other places like Instagram, you can't really divide yourself into one page, You gotta have all these different pages so people can really put two to two together and, but I made 2 separate Instagrams aside from the ADIE account and the Good Ritual account. Just because, the internet doesn't like multifaceted, multidimensional creatures like moi, okay? So I had to kind of divide myself up. If you don't like sexy content, you just can't handle all the sexiness, do not go to ADIE down below, okay? Because that account has evolved into, it's kind of like what put me on the map with that account is the sex appeal. Okay. And it's really evolved. It's really evolved, and it's become an update port for my sexual deviance on OnlyFans. Okay. So if you like sexy, sensual seduction, okay, spicy content, go to the OnlyFans and follow me. And also, follow the ADIE account. I'll still continue to share little bits of myself there as well, but I really wanted to create another account for you guys, for my spiritual light beings, my beautiful fairies and magical people. Okay, I want to connect more with you guys, so I created an Instagram where I can give you guys YouTube updates, maybe explore tarot. I don't know. I really don't like doing tarot on Instagram. I just don't, but I will definitely be sharing a lot of my spiritual practices there, YouTube updates, blog updates. So go and follow Earth to ADIE down below. I also created ADIE EARTHSEED. It's linked down below. If you guys want to see the progression of my tarot deck that I am creating called EARTHSEED Tarot, okay? Which I'm really excited. This shit is getting done this year, okay? But go and follow it. There's nothing there right now, but there might be by the time these videos get up. But go and follow me there. Okay, you guys, follow the Good Ritual account as well if you guys really want to see new products coming out and shop updates and all of that stuff. Okay, so also the giveaway. Yeah, we gonna have to do like separate intros because this intro is, whew. The giveaway is and has been announced. Okay, so go and look for the giveaway video here on the channel. I've announced the winners, okay, and how you will collect your items. Okay, so go check out that video. Maybe you've won a product from Good Ritual. Okay, go and check it out. I'm letting you guys pick whatever you want. There will be another giveaway here on the channel. It's here. We didn't reach, what did I want to do? I think I wanted to reach 20K, but girl was not consistent. But I do want to reach over 20K. So that's the next goal. Share the channel. Okay, you guys, 20K, and we'll do another giveaway, but this time we're doing tarot readings. So I think I said 7. I think I said 7 people will receive a tarot reading, one of you guys. So if we reach 20K, I will do another giveaway with tarot readings this time. Okay, and I think I said it could be we're going to do solar return readings. Okay, so that's a 12-month spread, and I go in with my 12-month spreads for my solar return people. Okay, I go in, period. All right, so anyways, that is it, I think. So now we are going to go into the card selection. Thank you. We made it through the intro. All right, so let's get into our card selection. Let's find out what people love about you. We're going to do pick a candle. We have 3 candles here to pick from. We have a prosperity candle. We have an intuition candle. And a remove candle. So these are all candles from my shop. I'll put a picture up for you guys to zone in. Okay, so the reading number 1 is a prosperity candle. This candle can be lit to attract more prosperity into your life. Reading number 2, we have an intuition candle. So you can light this candle if you're seeking spiritual guidance, intuitive guidance from your higher self, from your ancestors. If you're just trying to strengthen your third eye. Reading number 3, we have a remove candle. You would light this candle to remove something from your life, whether it's in the form of a person, a situation. Okay. So go ahead and zone in on the candle that is calling you, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hello, reading number 1. You guys have picked the prosperity candle. Okay. So we're going to find out what people love about you. What do people love about you? Let's see. I feel like off of this candle, I feel like people feel like they grow around you. They really feel like they're able to tap into their highest potential whenever they're around you, when they're interacting with you. You're able to give them great advice. You know, you are a person that they could go to and ask for advice, and they trust your advice. You know, a lot of people will ask you, should I do this? Should I do that? And they will definitely take their, like, your advice, you know, like, and run with it and plant it. And, you know, usually when they go with your advice, it works out. So they love that about you. They also feel like your aura is just like energetic and healing. They feel like they could be, like, a lot of people feel like they can be having a bad day, but when they come in contact with you, you just kind of brighten up their day. Okay. They also love that you're just very health conscious, that you really consider, like, all around. And I'm not just talking about food, or like, you also prioritize, like, the health of your mind, your emotions, your spirit. So they really enjoy that too. Okay, about you. I love that about you. How, like, you're just like a person that really cares about life. Okay, in general, all around. Ooh, damn. People love a lot about you. Okay, so we have the 4 of Wands here. And I feel like with the 4 of Wands here, I just love this 4 of Wands. You're just a really fun person to be around. You're very active. You love going out and, like, having a good time. So they know if they're going out with you, they're going to go for an adventure, you know, like, they really feel united with you too. You know how, like, you can go with someone and they don't feel really connected? They feel very connected to you. Like, you could have a fun time with someone, but do you feel really connected and a genuine connection? A lot of people feel like when they go out to you, like, I'm just seeing someone go to, like, a casino, they go out to dinner, and they're having meaningful conversations, they're having meaningful interactions and experience with you, and it's fun. They really feel like a lot of your friends are, like, in love with you. They are in love with who you are as a person, and, like, it really shows with how you are attentive and present in the experience. Like, even if we're just going to a movie, they feel like you're not a person that's on your phone. You might take a picture of something, but you're not, like, you know how some people are just, like, constantly on their phone. Like, they love that you're not constantly on your phone. Like, you're in the experience with them, you know. We have the 8 of Cups here. I feel like a lot of people love that you care. Like, I feel like there's a lot about, like, caring emotionally with this 8 of Cups. I feel like a lot of people feel like you're very connected to life. That's what I'm really feeling. Like, and it's not even just about the good times, you know? It's not even about the good times. People love that when there is, like, something emotionally sad, or I want to say deteriorating. Like, I don't know. This makes me feel like a funeral of some sort. I feel like you are a person that they can come to if they're in a hard time emotionally, you know, and you are the person that will stick it out with them, you know, and go through it. I also feel like you are a person that it isn't just about having a fun time and being positive. You take your time during the hard moments, you know, like when something has happened that is not necessarily good, they know that you are being genuine about it. You don't just skip over it. You're a person that really takes time with the bad times, with the hard times as well. You're very emotionally honest as well too. I feel like you are a person that that doesn't linger in this energy too. Like you know how to be in that energy. You know how to show up in that type of energy as well for other people, and you're not a person that brings that negativity, but you're okay with being in it and being real about the things that that are painful and emotionally disappointing and hard to deal with, you know. We have the Knight of Cups. So what people really love about you is that like you flirt with life. You know, you swoo life. Like you court life is what I'm really feeling when it comes to you. I feel like you know how to like unlock somebody's emotions. You know what I mean? Like you know how to emotionally connect with someone. You know how to swoo someone emotionally. Like even if it's just your friends love that about you. Like there's a poeticness about you and the way that you communicate. You know, a lot of people love the way that you talk. A lot of people love how you explain things because there's an emotional element when it comes to you in life. Like you are a person that just really like dives into life, and you can sometimes you see life in a very poetic way, in a very beautiful way. The way that you move in life is a very energetic and poetic way, an emotional way, you know. People love that about you. You know, they love that you are a free thinker, and it's like in an emotional way is what I'm really feeling. Like you're able to like speak your mind in a very emotional and intuitive way as well. Like it's very different. It's a very unique thing. I also feel like people love how I feel like a lot of people just fall in love with you. That's what I'm like. Your personality is all around just like really great. You know, you're a very real person. There's not a lot of fake energy that I'm feeling here. Like, or some people can like suppress. It's not necessarily that they're fake, but you don't really like, you don't hold back. Sometimes you're just all the way in, maybe even a little bit too much, but they also really love that about you, you know? So like, there's a real kind of energy here about you. We have Witch, Justice is coming, it says. So I feel like, I feel like people love the way your approach to life. You know, like you could be a very spiritual person, because I really felt like people feel like all around you consider your health, like your emotional, your spiritual health, your mental health. And I feel like the way that you approach life, you don't do people wrong. Like you also allow things to just play out the way that they are meant to play out. You're not trying to get back at anybody. You're not trying to like, you know, you are one of those people that know that whatever people put out, the energy that they put out, whether it's towards me or to the like other people in this world, it's going to come back to them. And that's why you're showing up as such a good person. Like people just really love how good you are, you know, and people love that about you, that you're not vindictive, you know, like justice is coming for them. But I'm gonna go ahead and live my good fun life, and I'm gonna enjoy my experience here. And I don't really enjoy being revengeful or hurtful or petty. You don't carry that type of energy, and people really love that about you. You allow karma to do their thing. That you know, you're not the job. You don't, that's not your job, to give people karma and, you know, to get back at people. Like, you know, when people do me wrong, I like it just surprises me so much, like how bad people can be, you know? And I feel like that's the type of energy that I'm feeling with you. You're such a sweet, fun, like loving person, you know? And I feel like maybe some people might have taken advantage of you. And even during those times, like you even changed those types of people with the way that you chose to respond and react to people. You know, because you're not the type of person to try to be vindictive and, you know, get back at people and like be petty and, you know, just say things to hurt people. Like they really love how you just continue to open up your wardrobe and put your clothes on and, you know, go about your life. Like, you allow spirit to handle shit. So we have the lioness. It says, you've earned all your stripes. Okay. So what I'm really feeling here is that I feel like with this one, I feel like you have, oh, it's cold. Turn my heater on. I feel like there's this energy of feeling like you are a very fierce person to deal with. It's not necessarily being a pushover. Like I said, a lot of people are surprised on how you react. That doesn't mean that you just check out and you don't really vocalize yourself. I feel like as time goes on and as you grow, a lot of people have realized like not to overstep your boundaries. And it's not about hurting people and like being in arguments and like going back and forth and like trying to hurt somebody else the way that they hurt you. But the way that you literally like just keep it real with them, that hurts more when you show people themselves. So I feel like, and the reason why that you're so humble and that you're able to like, I feel like you have went through a hard life. A lot of you guys have went through a hard life, and that's respectable and honorable. I think first glance, a lot of people don't think that about you. A lot of people don't think that about you, and I feel like all the good things that come into your life, the people that really actually get to know you, they feel like you deserve it. You know, you have earned these things. You have earned the right to be this strong person. They see you as someone that is strong, and they love that about you. I also feel like, you know, people love that you don't allow people to fuck with you, but it's the way that you handle it. You know, it's like you're a healed person because you went through a lot, and the way that you handle things, it's almost unbelievable. Like, a lot of people are like, how I'm tapping into your haters. And then the people that love you just love that you're like this. You know, that you're just so positive. And it's not about not ever being in the darkness and being in the negative, because this is what this 3D reality is about. It's about being in the positive. It's about being in the negative as well, and all in the between. You know, it's a whole experience, and you respect that, and people see that about you, and they love that about you. But it's also about like when people do you wrong, you don't feel like you gotta do them wrong. You just keep it real with them, you know, and you respond to them. You don't react, you know, and people really love that about you, even your haters, because you changed them. This is universe. We are all just stardust. So what people really love about you is that you are very relatable. You are very, very relatable. Like, people can look at you and feel like, you know, I'm just like them. But there's this magical energy about you. There's also like this energy where people feel very drawn and connected and aligned with your energy, you know, and they feel there's a sense of connection with you when it comes to being around you, being with your friends. There's like, you know, your friends also feel like you're meant to be in your life. Even the friends that are no longer in your life, they feel like it was meant to be in your life. You taught them something, you know, and they feel very relatable to you. They feel like you're just like a really down to earth, regular person, you know, but there's just like really huge greatness and funness and like excitingness about you with this Four of Swords. So, I mean, this Four of Swords with this Four of Wands. Okay. Oh. Look what came out. Four of Swords. So there's this peaceful type of energy with you. And I feel like, do you see how this monster is like ready to fight? I feel like with the Four of Swords, you don't choose to fight. And people really love this about you. The people that really love you and get to know you and resonate with you, I feel like you get attacked a lot. You've been attacked a lot in life. And the people that are like, have been your ride or dies, your people that are there and have seen you go through things, you know, are there to help you validate this experience and everything. I feel like they love that you always choose to you choose peace. You really do. They also love that you choose to disconnect in these types of moments. They also feel like there's a peaceful energy around you, you know? We also have the King of Cups here. So I feel like a lot of people, they love how expressive that you are, how creative you are. You are a very creative person. And the more that you tap into your creativity, okay, number one, the more that you will benefit from this, the more that you will manifest what you truly want. Because the King of Cups is a master manifester, okay, because he's able to create in his mind and connect to the ether. Creativity is where manifestation lies, okay? But people love that about you. People love how creative you are, and like whatever you put your mind to, you manifest it, you know? That could be like creative projects, you know, whatever you say you're gonna do, like they know that you're serious about it, you know? And they love that about you. They know that if you said it, that means you're really gonna do it. Like you are a person that really says, like if you say, oh, I'm gonna move to this state, I'm really gonna move. And sometimes people can be like, oh, they're just like in their head, that's what they really want. A lot of people don't take you seriously, but then you've proved a lot of people wrong. Like you might be like, you know, I'm about to start that business. Yeah, I'm about to like do this. I'm about to like, you know, make a bunch of candles and start a whole brand and have a whole spiritual brand. And people will just be like, okay, they're like, you know, oh, I'm about to create a tarot deck and da-da-da-da. Like people think like you're in the clouds, you know, and you are. You're in the ether, you're creating with source. Like you're heavily connected to source and like what you want to create here. And a lot of people love that, like what you say you're going to do, like all of your creative ideas, they do come to like manifestation. It's great. Okay. Wow. Okay. So we have intuition. A lot of people love that you're heavily connected to your intuition, that you're a very intuitive person. You listen to the inner self, the higher self. You're very, like, you're probably a person that has, like, connect to your guides, your ancestors, your animal spirits. You probably believe in fairies. You probably believe in, like, you know, communication in other realms and stuff. Like, people really love that about you, that you have, like, a third eye that's, like, super popping, you know? I don't know why I'm seeing, like, I have this, I think it's the picture that I have on the, as my picture here on YouTube, where I have like multiple eyes. I feel like people see you, like you have like a perspective. You have many perspectives, and they love that about you, you know? They love your perspective on life. People love that. Like, the more you vocalize it, people love it, and they fuck with it, and they, you know, you help people understand things. We have chanting. So I feel like a lot of people feel like you're very connected to self. I feel like a lot of people feel like you're very connected to self. You're connected to what you're speaking. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're chanting something, but I feel like whatever you're talking about, you're really about it, you know, and they trust it. And you feel it's like something like whatever you do, like say that you get into yoga, you know, maybe you get into like, I don't know, like maybe you're into anime, right? It's something that you're really, it connects you to yourself. So you do a lot of things that connect you back to yourself, and that, I don't want to say that defines you, but it kind of defines you. And I feel like a lot of people like these different aspects about yourself, okay? We also have sound healing, but I feel that you could be healing people, like what you're speaking, what you're saying, like the advice that we talked about, your guidance, your intuitive guidance, your advice, your, you know, you show up as an emotional support to a lot of people in your life, and people really value and love that about you. But I also feel like there's a healing aspect to your aura, and I think that's what I said in the beginning. There's a healing aspect to your aura, and it's just like they feel ultimately just very great around you, number one. Okay, this is what people really love about you. Let's do some charms real quick. Okay, let's see what people love about you. People love, like, you know, you might even be into sound healing. Maybe you sing, you know, maybe, but I feel like when you use your voice, it's healing, you know. People love that you unpack. You know, like people love that you do have baggage and you don't hide it. Like you're not a person that hides it. You know, you're the person that just like, yeah, this is what I went through. You know, like, yeah, I was abandoned at the age of 7 and, you know, you don't hide that, you know? You don't hide the stuff that you carry around, you know? And you also don't like project it onto people, and people love that. They're kind of surprised when you say these kind of things. They're like, whoa, really? You know, we have the Alice pin. So, you know, people love that when they get to know you. Like I said, you go on an adventure. You know, a lot of people feel like they go on an adventure, like you're something to explore. You're like a whole other world. When they actually, I feel like there's this energy of like not knowing what you really are until they sit down and they actually really get to know you. And you're just like this, there's just so much to you. You hold a lot of knowledge. You hold a lot of experience. For your age, you know, even intuitive knowledge and experience as well. We have the heart pin with the light switch, and so I feel like you're able to turn people's hearts on. You know, people love that you know how to heal somebody's heart. You know how to turn their heart on. Like when they go out with you and they connect with you and you're like in a relationship with someone or you're in a friendship with someone, they really feel heartfelt emotions and an experience with you. They feel connected to you. There is like magic. Like you could be a witch, that people love that about you. Like they love that you dabble in the witchcraft and you just have that type of knowledge as well. But there is like this very mysterious kind of energy about you always, you know, like there's a whole, like there's so much for you to explore. There's so much to you to explore. Fries before guys. So you are very loyal. People feel like your friends especially feel like you are a very loyal person and that you show up for them. Okay. We have the peace sign. And this peace sign, I feel like this person, like people never want to depart from you. That's what I'm getting. People never want to leave you. Like when they link up, they come to your house, you guys go do something, like they never want the experience to end because it's very fun. And there's also this peaceful element, of course, when it comes to it. Like you're about peace. You're not really about the drama. You're not really about hateful energy, vindictive, trying to get back at someone, talking shit to someone. Like you keep it real. Even the things that you have done wrong to people, you have always like own up to it. You know, people respect you so much. And you see, look at what I'm saying. Oops. So you're also a person that has the baggage, you have the mistakes, you have like, and you're not someone that tries to hide it. You're not a person that just acts like you don't do nothing wrong. People love that about you. You know, you are a really good person, and it's really rare for you to do something like fucked up to somebody. But when you do, because everybody makes mistakes, everybody has trauma, everybody's conditioned, you're learning yourself. You're a person that learns yourself. And so when you make it a mistake, it's not even about like, you weren't even trying to not own up. It's like you're realizing, oh, okay, I see that. And you're able to like come to terms and tell the person like, you know, I did this and I'm sorry. So a lot of people feel like you make mistakes and you're okay with making mistakes. You're not a perfectionist like other people feel like you might be trying to be super perfect, but it's because they are so used to being shitty ass people. They're used to being vindictive and, you know, being in that negative, dysfunctional energy, and you're not about that. Okay? Number one, so that is what people love about you. Let me know down below if you enjoyed this reading. Let me know some more things about you down below, and I will see you in the next reading. Peace. Hello, number two. Let's find out what people love about you. You guys are the ones that have picked this intuition candle, so of course your third eye is popping. But what I want to really say with this one is that I feel like people really love that you allow life to intuitively guide you. You know, I feel like you have always been in tune with your intuition and you've always gone against the grain. You know, like maybe other people are going off to college or doing these things or feeling like they got to follow the crowd and, you know, jump on the wagon and do things like the way other people are doing, but you've never really done that. Even if you felt like, damn, I should have went to college. Oh, damn, I should have you know, maybe I should get into this, you know, because I'm good at it, and people keep telling me to do it, you know, or that's where the money is at, but you're not really connected. You really stay with what connects you to yourself, what connects you to purpose. This is what I'm really feeling about this candle. Like, people feel like you are really connected to where you want to go, where you're supposed to go, you know. They really love that about you. It's like, you know, they see that you're on a journey. That's what people really love about you, and it's your journey, you know. And maybe it's taking you some time, because I feel like a lot of people love that you have accepted that about you, and it's like something that you wear, you know, as a badge, that you are intuitively led. Because I feel like a lot of people are like, yeah, they're connected, you know, like they're following their intuition. And I feel like you have these moments too where you're like, you know what, I don't think we should go that day. I had a dream and this happened. Like, people really love that about you, that you're just like really intuitive and you just go with it. It's like normal for you, even if it's not normal for other people. Like, well, she had a dream and she said I was doing this, and then, you know, a couple days it'll happen and they're just like, whoa, damn, and they respect you. You know, there's an intuition thing like that I'm feeling. Okay, what do people love about you? Number 2, let's find out. What do people love about you? Number 2. Okay. Ari? Oh, he's underneath my altar. My cat loves my altar. Okay. He's making all types of sounds over there. Okay, so I feel like with the 10 of Swords, a lot of people feel that, whoa, they just feel like you're an incredibly strong person. Like, they love how incredibly strong you are. They feel that you have went through like the darkest hours of life. Okay, you've gone through the darkest moments, you've gone through like the darkest years. Like, you could have had like a really hard childhood or suffered something that nobody would ever want to experience, right? But the thing about you is that you're able to get up and continue on, you know. And you've had these moments where you just like, you fell face down, did a flip, broke your back, you know, but now you're walking, now you made it out. You know, a lot of people respect that about you. They feel that you know, you don't allow yourself to be shaped and molded by the things that you were supposed to experience. I want to say that, like, by the painful experiences that you've had. You don't let it shape you, you know, and mold you, you know, for the worst. You've always came out better, you know, because I feel like you've always just been connected to your intuition with this candle. And so I feel like during these moments, you just know, like, you know, I'm trusting. Like, you could be heavily connected to your guides, and people really love that about you, that you just stay intuitively connected to your guides and to God, to source, you know, to your ancestors. But with this 10 of Swords, they also feel like you are very inspirational. Like, when they're going through hard times, they also think about you and like what you've said about yourself and the things that you've gone through, and they see you as a source of inspiration. There's a lot of people that look at you and say, like, dang, like, that person went through that, then I can make it through. Like, you know, you might be someone that really helps somebody not hurt themselves. You know, that's what I'm really feeling. I'm getting goosebumps, man. I'm getting goosebumps all over my body right now. Like, I feel like you are such an inspiration because you've went through something really, really hard that nobody would want to go through, and you've made it out, and you're smiling, you're happy, you have this childlike spirit. And that's what people really love about you with this 6 of Cups energy. Like, you're fun, you're young, like, you know, you could be in your 50s and you look like this girl here. Like, you just, you know, you do what you like, you know, and you don't care about being judged. You know, we see that with the intuition candle, and, you know, not really following the crowd, just following what feels right to you, what resonates with you, where you're supposed to go. And there's a childlike spirit about you. You know, people can't get enough of you. Like, they kind of get addicted to you. You know, you give a life force to these people. They love connecting with you. You know how to really sit down and have an emotional conversation. Like when people talk to you, they're having fun, they're connecting to you, they feel like you care about them. And also you give off this nostalgia, like, oh, I've known you for so long, but you might have just met them and you're just only friends with them. You've only been friends with them for like a month, but there's like, you have this energy of like, they've known you for so long, you know, you're really open like a child, and people really love that about you. We have the 6 of Cups, and there's like 6 energy here. So people feel like they're in harmony with you, you know, and we have the 6 of Swords. So I feel like, you know, this is a funny thing. I feel like you have the tendency to go from 0 to 100 and 100 to 0. So like they love, and it's kind of like a humorous kind of thing that I'm feeling. I feel like people feel that like, and it's really about like your friends or your family. They love that if something is popping off, you popping off right off, like you jumping in. Like that's what they like. And you could be just so calm and peaceful and like chill, but if something's happening and it's somebody that you love over there, someone that you care about, even if it's the person that you met a month ago and you have like a deep connection with, you jumping in, you know, or you're sticking up for someone. Like you don't allow people to just like walk over people and hurt people and betray people. You give them your 2 cents, you know, like you really care about people, like emotionally and mentally. Like I just hear someone like, what do you think that's doing to them? What do you think they're thinking? Like you care about how people are being affected mentally and spiritually and emotionally, okay? And you will stick up for the people that you love. People love that about you, you know, and then you'll go back to being calm, you know. Hold on, that one came out for number 2. Let's see if anything else will come out. Okay. We have Stars. What's this one? Okay. I just want new cards. We'll see if that one comes out again. But we have Stars. So it says you can manifest your every wish. So what I feel about this is that, do you see how there's like 2 friends too? Like your friends love that you have big dreams for them. Like you support their dreams is what I'm getting off of this card. Like I feel like you are that support to people, especially to your friends and your family. Like you let them know like you can do it. Like you put confidence, you speak power and confidence into the people that you love and that love you, you know. There's this big energy, like you don't really even, and it's not even about like, I feel like who you fuck with is who you fuck with. It don't matter how long you've known them, you fuck with them. Like you won't, and you believe in them, you know, you really believe for people, you know. Like you can have like an internet friendship and feel so deeply connected to someone and want the best for them. That's what I'm feeling, and people really love that for you. Like it's a genuine, like there is no hate here. That you don't really hate people. That's what I want to say. You know, you might dislike people, but you don't really harbor hate. You know, some people have some hate. They got hate, you know, for people, and I just don't see that about you. But I feel like what people really love is that you speak power and confidence. They can tell you their dreams. They can tell you your ideas. And they might be like, I don't know if I could do this. And you're like, girl, you can do it. Are you kidding me? Like, and you'll name off their best traits and their skills and their talents and the best parts of them. Like you speak power into them. And you're like, you can manifest it. You can do it. You can have whatever you want. Like you really are motivational. That's what I'm getting. Okay. What's this? Dragons. Slay them all. See? People see you as someone that has slayed your dragons. You're not, like, you've been hurt. You see how she has a prosthetic leg there? Like, you've been hurt, and people have seen that you've been hurt. But you are still ready to fight. Like, you're a fighter, you know? And you're ready to slay these dragons here. And so I feel like people really see you as someone that has really, like, you're a fearless person. And they're just like, damn, if I went through what this bitch went through, I would be just scared of life. You know, and you've had those moments where you were scared and you didn't trust life. But those were fleeting. You didn't stay in it. You know, you are not a scared person, and people love that about you, how you're just fierce and you're full of fight, you know, and it's a good fight. Okay. We have Tower. Unplug, relax. Unplug and relax for a spell. Okay, so you can be very like spiritual, in a sense of like, you know how to shift energy out, and this is probably what's helped you get through all of these dark times and slay your fears and insecurities, you know, and demons, and work on yourself. Like, you are a person that works on yourself. You're able to unplug from society, and you're able to unplug from society, you know. You're okay with being upside down. So I feel like you're the person, what I'm feeling with this Tower, because you went through a lot of Tower situations, when other people, like, if you're in a situation, this is I'm just seeing, like, I was in the car with my children's father, and the battery died. Like, I think he left on the lights or something, you know. And he was just like freaking out, you know. He was just like upset and irritated. It was his day off. And I was just like, chill. You know, I'm like used to like shit just happening, you know. And it's like, that's you. You know, I feel like you're okay, and you can pull people into that energy. Like, it's fine. We've been through worse shit, you know. And I feel like people really like that about you. Actually kind of turn things around and just like make things kind of fun and interesting too. Like, things can happen, like the car breaking down. I don't know, something crazy. Maybe there's a shortage, you know, electric shortage in the city, in your neighborhood or in their neighborhood. And you're just like, dude, let's get some candles. Let's do some yoga. Let's get some snacks and some candles. Like, it's that kind of energy that I'm feeling, that it's like, people are like, okay, it's not that bad, you know, like, and it's due because you've been through so much that, like, these little petty shit that happens, it's like, it doesn't faze you, and you're just like, whatever, this, like, you just roll with the punches, right? You're rolling with your intuition, where you're being intuitively led. You're meant for the car to break down, you know. You know, and then there was this, like, we celebrate winter solstice, right? And so winter solstice, I always make like a big breakfast, and this year I made cinnamon rolls, and, you know, bacon, eggs, sausage and stuff. But the thing was cinnamon rolls. My kids were like, I either make like pancakes, French toast, or something sweet and good, right? So this year we made cinnamon rolls, and that was like the big thing, you know, cinnamon rolls. My kids were like all happy and excited, and we put the hot pan, the glass pan, what is it, a Pyrex glass dish that we had all the cinnamon rolls in. It was hot right out the oven. My baby daddy was holding it, and he was putting it on the wet cutting board, right? And I feel like something told me not to put it on the wet cutting board. You know, something told me not to put it on there, but I was just like, okay, it'll be chill. He put it on the wet cutting board, and it exploded. The wet glass just exploded, right? And he handled that situation very well. And this time I was the one that was just like so upset, you know, like, I just cooked this whole breakfast and glasses everywhere. I couldn't even serve anything. Like, that was the last thing to put on the table. And so I had to remake this whole breakfast, right? My mom went back to the store and got all the food, you know, because we didn't have any cinnamon rolls. I was the only one that I bought. And so, you know, I had to remake the whole breakfast, you know, because I didn't know if glass got into anything. So I had to throw out everything and remake everything. I was just like so irritated and just upset, you know. But Joseph, he was just like so supportive, you know, emotionally. And he was just like, cool. He was like, okay, it's fine. Like, it happens. Like, maybe we weren't supposed to eat something that was on this table. Maybe it was a bad batch. Like, I just feel like you have that type of energy, you know, like, you make light of things. You don't hold on to the dark, you know, too long. You don't let it shape you or shift your energy, you know. yeah, so you could also be into yoga. You could be into like things that help you move and heal emotions. People really love that about you. We have the devil here. So I feel like people really love that you can indulge in the 3D reality. That's what I'm getting from this devil, you know. I feel like you're able to indulge in the 3D reality. And what I mean by that is like, you know how some people are like, it's all about the non-physical, you know. People are just like, it's all about the spirit, not the ego. But you're also very much into the ego. You're very much into the 3D reality. You love material shit. You love buying things. Like, and there's also this spiritual element to you. Like, you're about the darkness and the light as well. And so I see that with the 3D. Like, you like changing your appearance. You love clothes. You love buying clothes. You love buying material things. Like, it might not be the ruler of your life, but you also like to indulge in those kind of things. Like, you might like, maybe you do live a healthy lifestyle, or maybe you just indulge in whatever you want to eat. And people really like that too. They like that you indulge in things. Like, maybe, you could go out and have a fun time and get drunk. Like, people really like that, about you, that you have no problem with indulging in the things that people consider like unhealthy, for you. But we're here to experience all of these things. Now, everything in moderation, everything in balance, but also I do believe like sometimes we're meant to be imbalanced, so we can get back to the balance. But it's always this sway of the pendulum with this 3D reality, and I see that with you. I see that you enjoy this, going to one extreme to the next, and that's interesting, and people love that about you. We have the King of Swords. So this is like, you speak truth. You keep it real. Okay? And sometimes this is what your loved ones love about you. It might not be what everybody loves about you, but I feel like some of the things that you say hurts people. Okay? And you don't care. You don't care if it hurts people. And people love that about you because it's like you're a realist, That's what I love, what I'm feeling, the energy that I'm feeling about you. Is like, I love that. Did I do 3? I think I did 3 of these cards. Like, you're just an overall very strong person. People feel like they love this masculine energy. They love that you continue to always build a very strong self. Okay? And you see how her third eye is popping too? Like, people just love that you are a fighter. You're strong mentally and physically. You're strong emotionally. You're strong all around. And they also love how active you are. They love how motivational and like energetic that you can get them. People love that, the way you make them feel. Like you would be that friend like, yeah, let's do this 30-day challenge, and they just love that about you, Take a walk. What I'm really seeing this is like people really love how you enjoy the journey of life. Even if it's taking you some time to get to that point where you're enjoying the journey of life. It's like you're enjoying, you're walking, with life. You're not longer like running. There might have been a period where you're just running, but people really see you as like you're enjoying life. And even when you talk about the negative things that have happened to you, people are just like, they see that you've let go of those things. Like, like you could be like, yeah, like my dad is addicted to crack, and you're not over here like crying. You're not like freaking out anymore. You could be talking about, I'm bringing up things that are about my life, but some people are just like, you know what? She doesn't hold on to that. You're able to talk about your experiences because you've processed it, and you're able to enjoy your life, even when you're talking about like me and my baby daddy, like we share very similar paths, in life. And you might have that type of connection with somebody else in your life, someone in very particular that I'm feeling. And so they love that you can just sit there and talk about your life without feeling like you're going to break down and cry, or it's like this negative kind of energy. And I feel like you're relatable. you know, you're a real person. But what was I gonna say? I felt like I lost track. I feel like, oh, it's like, you know how you can laugh? Like, I remember when I first met my baby daddy and he started talking about shit, you know, about his life, the things that he has experienced, and his brothers were over and they were just talking about the shit that they went through. I'm just like putting out pins. They were talking about the shit that they went through, and they were just laughing about it. You know, they were just like, yeah, that he beat the shit out of me, da, 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 da. And they're just like laughing, you know? And so I feel like there's that element to you too. Like you're able to just kind of laugh about it. Like that's how me and my baby daddy be acting about our crazy childhood. Like we just be like, yeah, and then I had to eat pancakes for a whole week, like a whole month, because like my dad spent all his money on crack, and we just be laughing about it. You know, I mean, there was times where I definitely was crying, and there's moments where we talk about it where it's not like humorous, you know, but I feel like people see that you have had a very experienced life, and you're not in pain. You know, you let go of those experiences. You know, you're not holding on to it, you know. We have sex. So I feel like people feel like they really love how sexual you are, how sexually expressive you are, or sensually expressive. It's not necessarily like you're out here like having sex with any, or like everybody, like, you know, like for instance, like, you know, I have an OnlyFans. I love seduction. I love making sexy videos. I love putting on lingerie. I love shaking my ass and showing off my body. I love talking about sex. I love, you know, all of that shit. But that don't mean that I'm out here sucking all the dicks out here and fucking everybody. You know, people love that you are very sexually confident. People love that you're very sexually open and you're not like scared to talk about things or to show off your body, you know, and to be sexual. People really love that about you. You know, they love that you keep it in the jar too. Okay. You can, you know, what is it? What I'm hearing that song that's like went viral on Instagram. It's like a Beyonce. It's like a remix. She said, you can look at it as long as you don't grab it. So like I'm hearing that song go over and over as a remix. So you just love flaunting. You love flaunting and being in your sexual energy, and it's like, you know, they love it. You could be very sexually experienced too, that people love, but we have this little magic jar. So I feel like there's a lot of magic to you that you keep to yourself. You know, you don't give it out to everybody. And that could be in many different aspects, but I feel like there's just a lot of you that only a few people have and have access to. Okay. You are a person that can just remix a situation. You know, you're not scared to try things again in a different way. You're not scared to just have fun at life and be like, you know what, I did try that, I failed, or I didn't like it, but let me try it again. You know, people really love that about you. Okay. You could be also have really great taste in music. You could be, you could create remixes. Okay. We have this right here. I feel like this is coming off as like you're not as open to people, you know, like you are, but you also like you prioritize your boundaries. So people respect you more when they finally get beyond those boundaries and they notice how special you are and they're able to experience this. You know, they love that you keep your circle clean. You know, and you keep your house clean, your area where you are. There's not a bunch of people all around because you protect your energy. You've learned that already, you know. People kind of like this about you, that you overthink everything. I'm seeing it as like, you know, I could be like this, and I know the people in my life are like, Adrian, like, or ADIE, like, just chill, like nothing is gonna happen. But there's always that time, you know, when it happens, and I save motherfuckers. Okay, so I feel like people find this kind of to be funny about you, but also there are things, it's because everything is kind of running. You have a very active mental space, and you're always looking out for things. It could be because of the shit that you've went through, right? PTSD, you have anxiety, you're overthinking and shit because of shit that went down. But you know, I feel like people find it to be kind of funny, and also like they know that they can come to you because you're also a person that looks at things at all angles. Okay. You have a very active mind. There's a lot to your mind space. Again, you don't give a lot of people access to who you really are. You know, so the people that do, they're really happy to know you. And there's just levels. There's so much to know about you. There's like levels, and people love, like, there's something about like, it's an honor to know you. It's an honor to experience your energy. It's an honor to like get to know you on an intimate level. Okay. You are very committed to the people in your life and the things that you do. Okay. And you shine bright. That's what it says right there. Shine bright like a diamond. So that's what I'm hearing. And I feel like people really love that about you. You know, here's the alcohol that I was feeling. I feel like you love to go out and have a good time. You like to go out and enjoy and experience life. You like to go see different, go to different restaurants and bars and try different things, museums, activities. People really love that about you. We also have this car here, so you could have a lot of knowledge about cars, or you have this thing about cars. Some of you guys are like, you really like cars, right? But also I'm feeling like you're a person that definitely needs to go on the trip. Like if you're going on a road trip, like people like to experience things with you. People like to go on a journey with you, even if that's just like being your friend, right? And going on a journey with you. But like through life, going through a journey with you through life. They just feel like you are the person, like you're a ride or die. You have a ride or die energy, number 2. Okay, so that's your reading. Okay, that is what people love about you. Let me know down below one of your crazy experiences. Okay, so let me know one of your crazy experiences, number 2, and I will see you in the next reading. Peace. Hello, number 3. Let's find out what people love about you. You guys are the ones that have picked this remove candle. All right, so I feel like people really love hold on. There's like a big message coming in. I feel like people really love that you have the ability to, I want to say you have the ability to walk away from things. You know, that's what I want to say. You have the ability to help people also walk away from things. Like you're a very helpful person when it comes to getting people out of, you know, difficult situations, things that are in danger, whether it's like emotional danger, physical danger. Like you're just like kind of like a lookout. You really know how to like get your people, the people that love you, out of situations, even if that's just like talking, even if that's just you talking about things. Okay, talking about certain things that is helping people change themselves and their actions. People really love that about you. Okay. I feel like another message with this candle, but I feel like you guys, maybe it's just like a particular like message for a certain person. I feel like people really love that you have removed yourself from a situation that was difficult. They respect that, you know? I feel like you also have the ability to just walk into a room and change the energy within a room. People notice that. Like you just change, you know? And then when your presence is not there, it is also very felt. So people love that about you. People love that you can remove the negative energy out of a situation, you know? So there's like, I feel like there could be a lot of people that, or you had people in your life that was pretty negative, and you removed yourself and your absence was felt, and they were like really pissed off about it. You know, they were just like, what? Because they love that energy, because they were left with just all of their darkness, you know? So that's a side note. So a lot of people also realize when you walk into the room, the energy is uplifted because you kind of like take on that energy. So that could be kind of like a burden for you, you know? So we have the 7 of Cups here. I feel like you have this energy where you are very open to like what life has to offer to you. You're never really stuck on one ending result, even when you really want something really bad. When something else, maybe you get something else in return, you're not like cursing the gods. You don't take things like personal. You know, I also feel like you have many different perspectives to look at things. You're like the type of person that when something goes bad, you're just like, oh, okay, well, maybe we're supposed to do this, or maybe this is supposed to happen. You know, you have many ways to look at it. You're not somebody that dwells on the negativity. You're also a big dreamer. I feel like people love that you're able to like just be in fantasy and dream up a whole experience, you know? And I feel like a lot of people are like, dang, I wish I had that much, like, I want to say mental motivation or like imagination motivation. I don't know why I want to say that. So I feel like you could be thinking like, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. And people are just like, wow, that's such a big dream, right? And so they don't really believe in it, but maybe you prove people wrong and they're just like, wow, I wish I could be on that level, you know? You're very creative. You're very creative. I also feel like you're very dreamy. There's a dreamy aspect to you as well with this 7 of Cups, and people really love that about you. You know, you could be very just like, I feel like when people look at you, they're just like, wow, this person is like really unreal. You know, there's this unreal kind of energy when it comes to you, number 3. Like people are just like, she can't be real. She can't really be doing that. She can't really be acting that way. But it's just like, that's really who you are. And that's why people really love you. I'm also like, throughout these readings, I'm like tapping into haters and lovers for some reason. I'm just now realizing that with this reading. It happened in 1 and 2. So I just feel like people are just like, they kind of have this energy about you where they're just like, oh, they're not really like that. But you really are. You're like dreamy. You're like somebody out of a movie. You know, there's this unrealistic. A lot of people that become romantically interested in you, they're just like, wow, this is like a dream person. I can't even like believe that I'm with this person, or like, it's untrue. This person can't be this way, and they're like this and they're like that too, and they like doing this, and they're also interested in doing this, and they look like this and they do that. Like, it's just like, it's almost like you do a lot of different things, you know? And they're just like, wow, this person is amazing. You know, people really love that about you. There's so many things that you're into. There's so many, you've had different styles. You're like, you're like a person that can literally do anything and look good doing it. And like, you know, it's just, you have this unrealistic kind of vibe about you, even though it is real. It's really who you are. 8 of Swords here. So I feel like, again, this card is also about perspective. You know, having different perspectives on things. Okay, so what I really feel like people love about you is that there's this way about you where you might feel stuck. You might be in a situation, but you're able to like really pause and analyze all the different perspectives that are out there, right? All the different avenues. And you're able to be like, you're able to pause. You're not a person that just freaks out. And it's very like honorable, you know? I don't know what kind of situation people have witnessed you being in, but you're able to really pause and not get so stuck, right? You're able to look at all the different avenues. You might be in that energy like, oh, wow, what am I going to do? But you're able to like really look at all the evidence before moving. Some people just like freak out. You know, some people just don't even look at the avenues. They're just like, you know? So I feel like you're able to really be in a difficult situation and get yourself out of it calmly, okay? And you're able to do that for other people. You know, like I spoke about you coming in and removing something, like you're able to do that. You might be a Virgo. Like you are able to look at a situation that somebody is in see all the avenues for them. And then, you know, if it's necessary, you're able to interject and help these people, okay? We have the Ace of Swords here. So I feel like you are a person that speaks their truth. You are able to speak your truth. Like, I feel like you don't have an option. You know what I mean? You're a person that feels like if you gotta speak, then you're gonna speak. Whether it's hurting them or you know, they're gonna take it the wrong way. You know, I just feel like you're a person that really acts on divine intervention. You know, and people love that about you. It's almost like, well, if she didn't say it, if she didn't do it, or if he didn't say it, if he didn't do it, then this would have never happened, you know? It's almost like that, like, you know, you interject, okay? You also give great advice. So we have Princess here. And it says, you can be your own knight. Yeah, so you're able to fight your own battles. You don't really expect anybody to like do your dirty work, fight your battles for you. You're a very mentally strong person. You're able to get yourself out of a lot of situations that really just take mental analyzation and you know, it just takes some mental work, you know, and you're able to really save yourself out of a lot of such situations. People love that you have been that protector for yourself, you know. You could have had to just really, you were on your own, you had to fend for yourself. People really respect that. It's made you an incredibly strong, physically, emotionally, and mentally strong person. See, this came out for, I think, number 2, but I'm feeling really resonated with it. So I feel like dragon, it says, slay them all. So I feel like you're very determined to, I'm feeling a different energy. I feel like you're very determined to heal yourself. You could have went through something difficult. You could struggle with like anxiety or depression or some type of mental illness. And it doesn't have to be something so serious, but you are very determined to heal yourself, the darkest things that bother you, you know. You have been hurt, you've healed yourself, you've recovered, and you also help other people, you know, slay their demons and their dragons, you know, get them out of difficult situations. It might not be, what I'm hearing is like, it doesn't really affect you, but it might affect other people where they become dependent and codependent on you, and they actually love that, you know. Maybe it will get to a point where you are like it's suffering from this, you know. Nostalgia, focus on the here and now. So I feel like people love that they're able to reminisce with you. You hold on to memories. You're able to like, oh, you remember when this happened? Da, da, da. People love hearing how you explain stories and the energy that you bring to these moments of like reminiscing and being in nostalgia with them. They love that you're able to they were able to create such fun, happy memories with you. But you're also a person that doesn't get stuck in the past. You know, you're not someone that stays stuck in the past. You're not able, I mean, you're not a person that, you know, gets lost in illusion because of the past, you know, or the future. I feel that you are a person that really focus on the here and now, you know, and you bring that energy to people that are really struggling with hardship. You're able to tell them to stay focused and present, you know, so that they can build the future that they really want. They love that when they are talking to you, you're focused. You're not like just off in the clouds, you know. They love that you're a very attentive listener. They also love how they can connect with you, you know, the connections that they share with you. They love that about you. They love connecting emotionally to you, you know, and intellectually. Ace of Swords, again, 2 of Cups. So like I was saying, people really love to emotionally connect to you. Okay, let me look at this card because there's something coming in with this. People love that, you know, I feel like your home is very decorated. It's very like homey, and they feel at home with it. I don't know why this card is making me feel that way. And it's like lived in. I feel like I'm like looking at my space here. I feel like when someone comes in, people can see what's going on in your life when they come into your house. And they love that about you. They love that you're just really living. You know what I mean? You know how people's houses can look like just so well put together and not lived in? Like, I feel like people, when they come over, there's so much character. There's so much like life going on in your home. They really love that about you. In your space. It's like, and I say that because like your space is an extension of you, you know? And so people really see that as well. Your clothes is an extension of you, you know? So I feel like people really see that you put time and effort into like your space and your home, and, you know, even with them, like you gift people things that are very like, that is about them. Like you're really attentive. Like, oh, do I have it up here? No, it's over there. But my sister gifted me a Star Trek tarot deck. You know, like this is like her. Like she knows how to be like really, like your gifts are thoughtful. That's what I'm trying to say. There's really thought in it. It's really been thought out. But I also feel like you might have demons. You might have like, so what I'm feeling is that you might struggle with, let's just say, anxiety, right? But as you begin to manage and navigate, because that's when it starts to feel like you're managing and navigating this feeling, it starts to reveal itself to you as a superpower. So I feel like, because what I want to say with this card is that you might have demons, you might have things that have like, you know, put a toll on you or like affect you in some type of way. But first of all, you don't let it get in the way of like living your life. You never have. You're an incredibly strong person. But also you like, it's like taking your shadow, and you know how to take your shadow and have it work for you. You know how to benefit from your shadow. I have realized that anxiety, a lot of the anxiety that I'm feeling is really other people's energy. Or it's energy that I'm holding on that maybe I haven't processed yet, right? So you know how to work with your shadow, and you also know how to make it work for yourself, right? So I see that, and people really love that about you. You don't let it, like you don't even see it as like, you know, what you used to see it as, maybe. That's what I'm getting. We have the Ace of Swords here. So I feel like you could be really meta. You could be really meta like me. You could be like, you know, what do I want to call it? Down low, on the down low meta, where you're really interested into like conspiracies and weird stuff. Maybe you don't fully believe these things, but it intrigues you, you know? And there's only a select few people that you love that you might tell them about, but I tell these conspiracies and mysteries and wonders and weird things. Like I feel like you and I share that love, you know? We share that love. I feel like you love learning about like ancient aliens and different types of aliens, and if fairies are real, and you might even have looked up Bigfoot, you know. Have you seen that documentary about Bigfoot on Hulu? I need to finish that. Okay, so people love that about you. They love how like you like to explore that kind of energy. We have music. So you have a really good taste in music. You also bring a lot of joy. You move to the own beat of your own drum when it comes to life. People really love that about you. Your energy is really felt. Okay, so you might make music. You might sing, you might make beats, you might play an instrument, and people really love that about you. They love how passionate and creative you are when it comes to music. Even if that's like creating a playlist, putting a music in a video where it just matches like the movement of your body, you know, people really love that about you. Also your hair. I feel like, was that what I said about you? You just really love changing yourself. It could be you love changing your hair color, you know? Maybe you're punk rock. Maybe you're just, you know, really cool and you dye your hair different colors. That's what I'm really feeling. That was actually pile 2, that pile. But we also have use your hands. There's a lot of creativity here. I feel like you're very expressive. You might have a lot of different activities that you used to help with your stress levels and your, you know, I feel like people feel like you have skill and you have talent though, and it's creative wise. I also feel like you're really good with your hands, so you might give really good massages, you know, or you cook very well, or maybe you slang cards down like me. So there's something that you do with your hands that people really love about you. Okay, something artistic or intuitive. We also have plan a vacation. So I feel like people really feel like you know how to, what I'm getting is that you know how to plan an event, you know? And I'm not trying to get on my family, but let me just say this, okay? And that's okay, everybody has these people in their families, and everybody has a person like me. You know, like, I love to cook. And so when I make a meal for my family, I kind of go all out. Like, I really get into it. It has to be perfect. You know what I mean? Like, I love making food that people enjoy. You know, it gives me pleasure seeing them and they're like, oh my God, that tastes so good, da da da, you know? So, but when I don't want to cook, because I don't want to cook all the time, but when one of my family members cook, they don't go all out. You know, like we're making burgers. Like, say we're making burgers. It's my turn to cook, and so I make the burgers. I make them good, okay? They're seasoned. I grill the onions. I put the onions on. I melt the cheese on top of it. I make my sauce, you know, my special sauce, my aioli, okay? Nobody makes the special sauce when it's their time, you know? So, okay, it's that kind of energy. Like, you go out for your people, you know, because you enjoy it. Some people don't like making sauces. They don't like going above and beyond on certain things. You know, I feel like when it's your turn to plan the Christmas event, when it's your turn to host the dinner party, you really go all out. When it's your turn to plan the event, the vacation or something, it's like you really go on out. You give somebody an experience, you know, that they love. They love that about you. Okay, so let's see. What other additional energies do they love about you? Okay. So you could have really good taste in books. That's what the first thing that's coming out. Like, you're very well read. You always have book recommendations. And you're also a person that's like an open book. You're able to talk about your life and the things that you've gone through. You're very open. You can be very transparent is what I'm feeling. We have the win your heart. So I feel like you win people's hearts like really easily. And I think it has to do with like how you show up in this protective kind of way. You know, people really trust you. We also see cannot live without my soul. This window here that we see here. Okay, so people feel like they feel very like a soul connection with you. You allow people to connect with your soul, you know. I also feel like people feel like they cannot live without you. And the people that you cannot live without, you go like beyond for, you know. They can really tell that you care about them. You know, the people that love you, you know, in your life, that love you, they feel like they are yours. You know, like they feel claimed by you. And it's this protective energy. It's this attentive energy. It's this, you know, the thought, you know, the going beyond for your people. They love that about you. And it just makes them feel like, yeah, that's mine. This is my family. This is my sister. This is my best friend. That's my woman, you know, like that's how they feel about you. They feel very like belonging. There's a belonging sense that you give people. We also have the little ice cream cone. So there's a childlike spirit about you. People love having fun with you. They enjoy having fun. There's like these moments where they've had like a really fun time with you. You know how to like activate the inner child. That's what these cones always make me feel, is like inner child. You know, people are really excited. Like when they hear that you're coming over, they feel like a kid. Like, you know, when the ice cream truck is coming down the street, they're like, oh, you know, number 3's coming over. Like that's how they feel when you come over, you know. We have this card here. So I feel like there's this ride or die kind of energy for the people that really love you. You have this ride or die energy, and it really shows up with you being able to look at a situation and say, well, you know what, that's not going to be good if you do that, and if you do that, that's going to be even worse. I think you should try this, and if that doesn't work, then try that. That's definitely going to work. One or these two things are going to work. Like they feel like you really care about where they go, you know, and what happens, you know. And this is the interesting part that I find here with this kitty. I love this kitty. It's a snapback kitty. Okay. So the thing is that, did I say you're a Virgo? You might be a Virgo. People might take you the wrong way. Okay. But there are the people that love you, that understand this type of energy, this kitty energy. I feel like people really love when you don't really care what it comes off. I feel like maybe you try not to come off like this, because a lot of people will be like, dang, why'd you say it like that? The people that really love you, they understand that you're saying it like this because you love them, because you're going to keep it real. You know, it's like this keeping real kind of energy. And you could be very snapbackish. Like, hey, like my son, he is so good at clapback. Like he is so good at clapping back and just joking with people. Like he is so good at it. So I feel like you're very quick and witty. You know, people love that about you. We have the deep ocean heart with the whale there. So people feel your energy. People can feel that you are thinking of them. They might be like, hey, number 3 is thinking about me. Let me call number 3. You know, or you have that type of energy. Like, you know what? Let me call this person, because you know what? I feel like they need to know this kind of stuff. It's like psychic kind of energy that I'm feeling. And then you might call them or meet up with them, and they're just like, dang, I was just thinking about you. And then you might hang out, and then, you know, they might explain something to you, right, that they're going through, and you're able to help them. It's like you're intuitively guided to people that you're supposed to help. It's probably, you should go and watch my super ability video, because I feel like this is yours. And didn't I mention super abilities? Yeah, I feel like you have a lot of psychic super abilities that you might have labeled as like a mental illness, or like something that you struggle with mentally. You know, you might be on the verge of like understanding more about yourself. But I feel like you are like, you know, you're meant to help people. This is the whale, right? You have a very, there's depth to you, especially your heart space, your emotions and stuff. And people really see it when you intuitively connect to them, you know? They see it when you show up and you give them advice, you know? And so I feel like you're also meant to guide those people, number 3. Okay, so that is your reading. That is what people love about you. Let me know down below, what are some of your super abilities? How are you learning and managing them and getting stronger within these abilities? Let me know, number 3, and I will see you in the next reading. Peace.